So, I'm going to take that time off you. You've left something up there. He talked about mergers and acquisitions and what they meant for companies. So one company which has got very recent experience of this, if you've been watching the news flow for Greenstone, you will know that Greenstone Resources has had a very, very busy week in such a field. How are you going, Christopher Hansen?
It has been a very busy couple of weeks, and it's been a process that's almost been 6 months in the making since Digs and Dealers late last year. So,
right, we are interested to hear more. Would you put your hands together and make him welcome, please?
Thank you. Yeah, look, good afternoon, everybody. And look, today we're incredibly excited to be sharing a very significant milestone in the journey of both Greenstone Resources and Horizon Minerals, namely the proposed merger between the two entities, which was announced yesterday. We believe that the combination of these two complementary assets will serve to expedite our path to becoming the next near-term gold producer. At the heart of this merger is the establishment of an entity with a total gold resource inventory exceeding 1.8 million ounces in gold in the Kalgoorlie region of Western Australia. This combined resource base is supported by two cornerstone assets, namely Greenstone's high-grade Burbanks gold asset and Horizon's baseload Barora gold project. The combined asset portfolio, including the two cornerstone assets, serves to support the revised dual-track strategy, firstly focusing on imminent low-capital cash flow opportunities through joint venture mining operations, which will then ultimately support the expedited development of our two long-life and cornerstone assets. This merger isn't just a combination of assets, it's both a strategic and highly complementary consolidation. The merger between Greenstone and Horizon brings four key synergies, namely resources, land holding, strength in the balance sheet, and management skills and expertise. Firstly, on resources, the merged entity will have a total global resource of 1.8 million ounces, located in the heart of the Kalgoorlie goldfields and supported by a wealth of regional infrastructure. Secondly is land holding. The merged entity will have the third largest land holding in the region, second only to Northern Star and Ora Banda. Thirdly, the balance sheet as at the end of the December quarter for the combined groups had cash and listed investments of around $14.9 million, leaving us well positioned to execute on our revised strategy. And finally, management. A lot of the time in these mergers and consolidations, the management structure can be quite contentious. In the case of both Greenstone and Horizon, we had two very complementary management teams, with Greenstone being very much focused on exploration and resource growth, and Horizon being focused on mine development and production. Moving forward, Grant Hayward will be the CEO and Managing Director, and myself, I'll step into a non-executive role on the board. So what does this all mean, and importantly, what does it mean for Greenstone shareholders? The merger will be effected via a scheme of arrangement process whereby Horizon will acquire all of the ordinary shares and listed options in Greenstone. Importantly for Greenstone shareholders, they'll receive 0.29 Horizon shares for every Greenstone share held. This implies an 89% premium to the last traded price of Greenstone before going into the trading halt last Thursday. For Greenstone shareholders, this will result in us owning 36.9% of the merged group post-completion. And as I mentioned earlier, the merged board of directors will comprise 3 Horizon nominees and 1 from Greenstone, being myself. Finally, the merger carries the full support of the Greenstone team, at board and management, and the completion schedule is scheduled for mid-June this year. There are a number of key shareholder benefits to both Greenstone and Horizon shareholders. For Greenstone, the key benefits are access to Horizon's significant resource base of 1.3 million ounces, as well as the merger being priced at a significant premium. And it brings the strength of Horizon's balance sheet to execute on this revised dual-track strategy. For Horizon, the key benefits are access to Greenstone's high-grade Burbanks gold assets, which serves to lift their global resource grade from 1.7 grams per tonne to 1.9 grams per tonne. And included within that is a pipeline of near-term mining opportunities. However, the real strength of the merger comes from the complementary nature of all of the assets in the portfolio, namely the combination of Greenstone's high-grade gold resources combined with Horizon's baseload feed and their dominant regional land position and exploration potential. Beyond the strength and balance sheet and the management composition, the core value of this transaction inherently lies in the complementary nature of these assets and what options that does afford to the merged group moving forward into the future. Principally, it serves to provide the ability for us to be able to expedite that path to commercial production. What Greenstone brings is our flagship Burbanks Gold Project, where over the past 3 years, we've grown the resource from just 140,000 ounces to over 465,000 ounces. And we're just getting started here with only 30% of the upper 500-metre horizon having been explored to date. This is a high-grade share-hosted gold system, which still remains open in all directions. What Horizon brings is an extensive portfolio of advanced stage projects with significant growth potential. Horizon is underpinned by their cornerstone Barara asset, which hosts over 450,000 ounces. Now, this is a very simple slide. The merged groups will have simply lots and lots of gold. In fact, well over 1.8 million ounces. On completion of the merger, the company will adopt a dual-track growth strategy, the initial focus being on the generation of immediate, low-capital cash flow through toll processing and mining joint ventures. This cash flow will ultimately serve to underpin and support the expedited development of the two cornerstone assets, being Burbanks and Barora, while also serving to minimise any future shareholder dilution. The merged group has a very strong pipeline of near-surface mining opportunities, which are currently being assessed for joint venture mining activities, and I'll touch a little bit further on this shortly. Over the next couple of slides, I just want to give a brief overview on the two cornerstone assets, being Burbanks and Barora, the pipeline of near-term mining opportunities, and finally touch on the regional exploration potential with the dominant land holding that the merged company will have. Burbanks is Greenstone's cornerstone and flagship asset, which we bring to the merger. Burbanks has historically produced over 420,000 ounces at 10.9 grams per tonne. However, up until about 3 years ago, nobody had drilled a hole deeper than 250 metres on this project or explored the full strike horizon. From left to right across the screen here is a strike horizon of around 4.5 kilometres, with significant portions which haven't even been drilled below about 150 to 200 metres. The deposit here remains open in all directions and has a track record of continued resource growth. The recent 10,000 metre drill campaign that we completed last year added well over 180,000 ounces, and there's significant potential here for future growth. The Barora asset is Horizon's cornerstone asset, which currently hosts a mineral resource of just over 440,000 ounces. Importantly, 77% of Barora's resources are either indicated or inferred, and this is an asset that's only 50 kilometres away from our flagship Burbanks project. Like Burbanks, this is a large mineral system which remains open along strike and at depth, with known mineralisation also existing outside of the current resource area. Importantly, when combined with Burbanks, it's a source of baseload feed and supports our aspirational target of the combined entity producing between 60 to 80,000 ounces per annum. The merged group will be well placed to take advantage of the high gold price and also the depressed Australian dollar. Both Greenstone and Horizon bring a large number of high-grade satellite mining opportunities, while the core focus of the merged group will very much remain the development of the two cornerstone assets. We have the ability to generate a source of non-dilutive funding while we continue to de-risk these assets. The near-term mining opportunities are really summarised by these key 6 projects, but there are a plethora of other projects that also sit within the portfolio. Outside of the merged group's 2 cornerstone projects and a pipeline of near-term development opportunities, the merged group also controls the 3rd largest land holding in the region, with real potential for further discoveries and also extensions to existing resources. Thank you all very much for your time, and for further information, I'd very much encourage you to come by our booth or visit our website. Thank you.